Welcome to the deep dive. You're probably here because, well, you're navigating social media, maybe looking to make a bigger impact, especially on Instagram Reels.
Yeah, it's a big challenge for a lot of people.
We get it. Whether you're building a brand or maybe just sharing your passions, getting seen matters.
Absolutely.
And speaking of boosting things, if you are looking for customized, data-driven ways to really amp up your reach, you could check out rapidboost.net. Just throwing that out there.
Good resource to know.
But for this deep dive, we're focusing on something really powerful, but maybe overlooked sometimes, music. Specifically, using music strategically on Instagram Reels.
It's huge.
So our mission today is basically to unpack how you can use audio to, grab your audience and really grow your presence.
Exactly. Visuals are obviously key, but that sonic landscape, it's just as vital for grabbing attention, keeping people watching, and getting them to interact.
Okay, so let's start right there. Why is music so powerful in these short videos? What's the big deal?
Well, think about when you're scrolling yourself, right?
Yeah.
What makes you stop? Often it's that sound, that beat, that catches you.
True. Our source material definitely highlights music as a key driver for viewer retention and interaction. And Meta's own data apparently shows Reels with audio get 60% higher engagement than silent ones. 60%.
Wow, yeah. And what's really interesting is the why behind it. It's not just sound versus no sound. It digs deeper into the emotional, even the neurological impact.
Neurological.
Yeah, certain tempos, certain rhythms.
Yeah.
They've actually been linked to dopamine release in the brain.
The feel-good chemical.
Exactly. So it creates this positive feedback loop, makes viewers stick around longer, interact more, because the content literally makes them feel good.
Huh. It's like our brains are just wired for a good beat. So, okay, it might be tempting then to just, grab whatever song is trending and stick it on your reel.
Right, that's the easy route.
But our sources are saying, maybe. Not so fast. It's more nuanced.
Precisely. It's not just about jumping on the bandwagon. Authenticity, relevance, those are key. The music you pick does way more than fill silence. It sets a mood, it triggers emotion.
And it signals your brand personality.
Exactly. It's like building a sonic identity.
Yeah.
You need to think, how do I want my audience to feel when they hit play on my reel?
So it's about being really intentional.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the different types of music then. We hear trending sounds all the time. What's the deal there? Pros, cons?
Okay, trending sounds. The big pro is discoverability, right? Use a hot song, you tap into an existing wave, the algorithm might push it out more. It's a way to join the current conversation.
Makes sense. Quick visibility boost.
Yeah, potentially. But the downside...
You get lost in the noise. Everyone's using the same song.
That's it exactly. You risk just blending in. So our sources really push for a more balanced approach. Mix in some unique audio.
Uniquely.
Like lesser-known tracks, maybe genre-bending stuff, or even music that's popular regionally, something that hits home with a specific niche audience. We saw this fitness creator using indie music really well, kind of carving out their own space.
I like that. Finding your own vibe beyond the top 40.
Yeah.
Okay, what about different genres? How do they play into the emotional side?
Oh, genre is huge for shaping the experience.
Yeah.
Acoustic stuff can feel intimate, reflective maybe, good for storytelling.
Right, or behind the scenes.
Yeah. Then you've got high-energy genres, EDM, rap, K-pop. They build excitement, momentum, great for product launches or really dynamic visuals.
Okay.
Think about retail brands. They've apparently had success using syncopated beats with quick product reveals to get people clicking. It's all about matching the feeling to the content. What vibe do you want?
So amplify the message, amplify the feeling. Got it.
Yeah.
What about taking it even further, like voiceovers or custom edits?
Oh yeah, originality can be a massive advantage.
Yeah.
Adding your own voiceover, that immediately injects personality, gives context.
Makes it more personal.
Totally. Or creating mashups, remixing tracks. That gives you a unique sonic stamp. Imagine a travel vlogger narrating over actual folk music from the place they're visiting.
Oh, nice. Adds layers.
Exactly. Adds layers, makes it memorable, that boosts watch time, shares, saves,
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
Okay, so it feels like the sweet spot is somewhere between familiar trends and something uniquely you. How does this tie into building a recognizable brand?
Think of your sound like your visual branding. You have a logo, maybe a color scheme, right?
Yeah.
A consistent audio style works the same way. It builds recognition. Our sources pointed to Nike. You hear that motivational hip-hop, you kind of instantly think Nike.
Yeah, that's a great example. It's iconic.
Totally. So your music choices build that brand recall over time.
Okay, so how do you build that consistency?
Well, one idea is developing curated playlists that match your brand's vibe. Is it energetic, sophisticated, playful, whatever it is, stick to themes. When people hear that similar sound repeatedly with your content, it clicks. It builds familiarity, strengthens that brand connection.
Makes sense. And of course, who you're talking to matters. How does the target audience play into picking the music?
Oh, hugely important. You got to understand your audience demographics, sure, but also their psychographics. What music do they like? What do they grow up listening to?
Like generational tastes.
Exactly. Targeting Gen Z. Maybe explore those Y2K sounds, current TikTok hits, audience in their 30s or 40s, maybe some 90s or early 2000s nostalgia hits the spot.
Okay.
And check out your competitors. What music are they using in their reels that are doing really well? They can give you clues about what resonates in your niche. You need to know the sonic world your ideal viewer lives in.
Right. Tap into those shared cultural references. Okay, but how do you balance that with staying true to your brand and maybe using a trend? Feels tricky.
It is a bit of a tightrope walk, yeah. But it's about strategic integration. You can definitely use a trending sound for that algorithmic bump.
But don't just copy everyone else.
Right. Use it in a way that still feels authentic to you. Put your own spin on it, maybe. Or use it in a context that fits your usual style.
Well,
That coffee shop example was great for this.
remind me about that one.
They rotated globally popular tracks, yeah, but they curated them to fit different coffee moments. Upbeat for the morning, chill for the afternoon. So they stayed on brand, kept their cafe vibe, but still caught that wider wave.
Okay. A thoughtful blend, not just trend chasing. All right, let's get practical. Creative ideas beyond just picking a song from the library.
Okay, one fun idea.
Ugh.
Unexpected genre combinations.
What?
Like pairing something really silly visually with, I don't know, super dramatic opera music. That element of surprise grabs attention, makes people want to share it. Duolingo does this kind of thing brilliantly, that comedic contrast.
Yeah, that surprise factor definitely cuts through the endless scroll. What else?
Tapping into cultural and seasonal relevance. This is smart. Aligning music with holidays, specific cultural events, even just the seasons.
Connects with what people are already thinking about.
Exactly. It feels timely, relatable. Think about beauty influencers using traditional music during Ramadan or Diwali that resonates deeply with communities celebrating. Planning ahead for these key dates with specific music can be really effective.
Being culturally tuned in makes sense.
And don't forget your audience. Users-generated content, collaborative playlists. These can be gold.
How does that work?
Ask your followers for song suggestions. Run a poll. Or maybe collaborate with another creator or even a micro-influencer musician on an exclusive playlist.
Cross-promotion built in.
Right. It builds community, gets people involved, and potentially exposes you to their audience, too. Turns viewers into participants.
Smart. Okay, Instagram itself has tools, right? The music library. How do we best use that?
Definitely got to master that library. Spend time in the browse and for you tabs. See what's popping up. But also look at the usage metrics for songs.
Metrics, like how many times it's been used.
Yeah, how many reels use it, what kind of engagement they're getting. It helps you spot promising trends before they totally blow up. Be a bit of a data detective in there.
Okay, data-driven music scouting. I like it. What if you want something truly unique, though? Your own sound.
Custom audio. Even something simple, like a little Sonic logo, a short jingle that seriously boosts brand recognition. And apps like GarageBand, InShot, Splice make it pretty accessible now, even on your phone.
So you don't need a full studio.
Not at all. And the cool thing is, if your original sound catches on and other people start using it.
That's huge organic reach, right? Your sound becomes the trend.
Exactly. That's the dream scenario for discoverability.
Okay, so you're trying all this stuff. How do you know it's actually working? How do you measure the impact of music choices?
Back to the data. Regularly check your Instagram insights. Look at watch time, shares, saves, reach. Compare reels with different music styles.
Look for patterns.
Yeah. Are certain genres always getting better results for you? Do more of that. Are some falling flat? Okay, maybe ditch that approach. It's constant testing, learning, and tweaking based on your audience's response.
A feedback loop. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, to help people listening put this into action, what are some concrete first steps?
First, look back. Audit your last, say, 10 or 20 reels. Which ones did best? What music did they use? Note the genre, tempo, was it trending? Get your baseline.
Okay, audit first, then.
Start building maybe 3 to 5 themed playlists. Base them on your main content pillars, like one for tutorials, one for behind the scenes, one for funny stuff. Test different sounds within those themes over time. See what sticks.
Right, different sonic palettes for different jobs. Got it.
And be ready to move fast on trends. Keep an eye on what's emerging on Instagram, TikTok. If a sound pops up that fits, jump on it quickly with a relevant reel idea to catch that early wave.
Great agile.
Yeah, but also plan ahead for the bigger moments, holidays, events. Get that music sorted in advance.
Okay, what else?
Get your viewers involved. Host a challenge using a specific track. Maybe feature reels from users who use your original audio. Give shout-outs. It builds community, encourages more participation.
Turn viewers into collaborators. Love it. And the final step.
Just keep analyzing, always. After you post a batch of reels, look at the numbers, what worked, what didn't. Double down on the wins, cut the losses, and keep your ears open for the next thing.
Learn, adapt, optimize. Continuously. Okay, that coffee shop case study sounded really compelling. Tell us a bit more.
Yeah, it's a great real-world example. This small cafe in London, they apparently doubled their Instagram reach pretty quickly.
Wow.
By strategically using globally popular music.
Doubled their reach. Wow.
Yeah. They matched music to the time of day, the coffee moments, upbeat for the morning rush, chill for afternoons.
Yeah.
It worked. Attracted locals, sure, but also a global audience dreaming about visiting. Their save rates went up, people started making their own reels using the cafe's sounds. It just amplified everything.
That really shows the tangible impact, doesn't it? Just by being smart about the audio.
Totally. It's not just background noise.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the main takeaway here? The big message for everyone listening?
I think the core message is, your audio strategy on Reels needs to be just as thoughtful, just as intentional as your visual strategy. It's not an afterthought. It's fundamental to building your brand, connecting with people, and actually growing.
Absolutely. So we're encouraging you, take a closer listen, audit what you're doing now, experiment with some of these ideas. Remember, sound is such a key part of making content that really grabs people and stops that scroll.
Couldn't agree more. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Think about the power of a consistent sonic identity. Could you get to a point where people hear the first few seconds of your reel and know it's you, even without seeing anything? What sound truly represents you or your brand? Something to mull over.